All right, fam. I finally got a load. I'm finally headed back to Cleveland. So I'm gonna take this load up to Cleveland, 720 something miles or whatever. So, like I said, I'm happy to get back out on the road. Happy to finally get a load. It's been a couple of days, but you know, things is working itself out. So it's a beautiful day out here. So I'm gonna get going because I gotta pick this load up and try to get some fuel and everything else. So I'll be back with you guys as soon as I can get situated. All right, fam. So I'm here trying to put some fuel up in the truck. I gotta put fuel in, DEF fuel in the truck. Went out and got these at one of the last truck stops I was at. Got some gloves because, you know, dealing with this fuel and these loads and stuff like that, man, it can be hard on your hands. And I don't know, me personally, I don't want to have all this fuel all over my hands all the time. So I just got tired of it, you know, that smell and all that stuff. The sad part about, you know, these trucks, these box trucks, man, actually probably any truck, you actually have to, if you come up to a fuel pump like this one that only has one pump, you pretty much have to maneuver the truck, spin the truck around and all this craziness just so that you can fill up both fuel tanks. And that can be a hassle in itself, but like I said, man, you know, it definitely works itself out once you get it done. So, and having these daggone these DEF fuel canisters like this one, like trying to store it inside the truck after, you know, you can only use but so much of it, and it's kind of you know, like the fuel and stuff like that spilling out of the thing. As you can see, man, I got to put DEF fuel in. They usually have DEF fuel at the pumps, but this particular gas station doesn't have it. But they did have these little containers, you know, so I'm doing what I got to do. And the crazy thing is, and I've been instructed to do this by by the gas attendant, but he said to put the fuel hose down on the ground while you spin the truck around. So I'm going to do that because if you try to put the hose back, it's going to shut off, and then you got to do the whole process all over again. Bear with me. Got a lot going on here. maneuver this thing and get it spun around without injuring myself or somebody else, clearly. I'll stand by for a second. Be a little time consuming trying to get this thing turned around. I don't want nobody to get to the gas pump before I can get back over there. So I just got word that my load was canceled. They decided to go with a carrier that was closer than where I am. So but you know, it's nothing to be worried about. You know, there's still more loads out there. Right now I'm trying to get a load going to Kansas. You know, they want like 1,700 for it. I'm trying to get 18, you know. But like I said, it's the cost of doing business pretty much, you know. But the good thing is I was able to get my truck fueled up. And so whenever I do get a load, I can just get right out on the road and just get going instead of having to make a pit stop for fuel. But yeah, so anytime that you get fuel, you want to make sure that after you finish fueling up, you want to go back inside and make sure you get your final receipt, because what happens is, so say for instance, you go in there and you tell them, hey, I want like 400 on 6 or something like that. And so you go out to the truck and you putting the fuel in, but it doesn't take all of it. The money that's that you, so say for instance you said 400 and you only took 250, 150 is going to be put back onto your card. But you also need the final receipt, because one, it will show you just exactly how much you got in fuel, to the point whereas you will actually be able to write it off, you know, at tax time. So keep all your receipts. Make sure you keep all your receipts. I try to keep them in a safe place, you know, someplace that I know that they're going to be safe and nothing's going to destroy them or whatever the case may be. But you also want to try to keep a ledger of, one, your fuel, of the loads that you take, the amount of the loads, and you know how much the rates are and all that. So you want to try to keep an account of all this stuff throughout the year. Now, there's a lot of information that I'm still trying to learn as far as taxes go, as far as having your own authority and stuff like that. I actually set up an appointment with my tax advisor, and so they're going to basically give me a lot of information on this stuff. So once I get that information, that's going to be another video that I put out to you guys. So hopefully together we can actually, you know, make things happen and be on top of everything and be in compliance with everything that we need to be in compliance with. So, but I'm gonna go and stand by for a moment, and hopefully I can get another load out of here soon. All right. After they cancel my load, you know, these things happen, and they happen on the regular, to the point where it's like you book a load, and usually the broker will say, you know, okay, the load is yours, or whatever the case may be. But then you have these other carriers that underbid you to the point where it's like, more times than not, the broker is going to go with the carrier that's taking the load for the lesser amount. Man, I'm telling you that, these guys are killing the game. They need to, everybody needs to stick together on this in reference to when it comes to these loads, man, because if you keep underbidding or if you keep basically taking the lesser rate, then these brokers are going to continue to basically feed us pennies, so, and I understand, everybody has to eat, everybody, needs to get paid, and I don't know what's going on with everything, but man, we got to stick together. We got to basically make sure that we're getting our fair share of the market, because otherwise, man, things are just going to get worse. So yeah, I was a little disappointed, but at the same time, I know that there are other loads that I can pretty much take. Now, the load that I thought I had going to Kansas City, the broker was going to give it to me for $1,800, but then moments later, someone bid for $1,700. So again, I know these things happen, but look, man, stick together. Know what your, what type of, atmosphere you're creating for everyone, because, everybody's going through the same thing. We all know the struggle, but it's like we got to basically stick together to basically get what we want. I like to eat just as much as the next person, but I'm not about to basically go and say, you know what, I see that person bid $1,800, I'm gonna bid $1,500 or whatever. Like, no, I want basically everybody to get their fair share, of this market. So like I said, I'm just gonna stand by here, enjoy the weather, enjoy the scenery until another load comes available, hopefully sometime soon. And once that happens, I'll be back with you guys for an update. So just hang tight. What's up, fam? So I finally got myself a load. It's at the airport. I had to hurry up and get here. At least I thought I had to hurry up and get here. And before somebody was to underbid me or whatever again. So, but I get here only to find out that, and I should have paid attention, but I wasn't even supposed to be here until 7 o'clock, and it's only like 3:30 in the freaking afternoon. So I got like 3 hours or so to spare until I can pick this load. So I'm gonna try to go find me some place to chill out for a while, because I'm pretty sure I can't just sit here. But yeah, these are things that we gotta pay attention to. Like I said, everything's a learning process. It's a lot. I mean, a lot that I have to learn, and I'm sure eventually I get it all down packed. But it's just one of the little minor things that we just gotta pay attention to detail, as they say. So, but anyways, yeah, just let you know that I finally got a load. It's about a little more than a 7-hour drive, but I guess I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. What's up, fam? So yeah, I'm here at the airport waiting on my first ever airport load. The crazy thing is, like I said, I was in such a rush to get out here, wasn't even paying attention to the form and the details and the time that I was supposed to be here. But I wasn't supposed to be here until 7 o'clock, which by the time I got here, my dispatcher was calling me to tell me, like, hey, the broker says that there's some forms that you need to have before you can actually pick up the load, because at the airport they have restrictions to the point where it's like, if you don't have those forms, then you won't be able to pick the load. So fortunately enough, I was able to ask the people that here at the airport if I can actually print out the forms from my email, which I was able to. But those forms include like the delivery order, and it looks like it's sorry about that, the daggone wind is blowing, so it's just blowing everything all around. But yeah, so it's like a pay cargo or whatever. But anyway, these forms, from my understanding, are forms or fees rather that the broker has to pay in reference to cargo loads. So they reached out and said, hey, you know, you need to be able to have those forms so that we can actually get this load, because otherwise, you know, we won't be able to get it. So, but this isn't the bill of lading, which I'm used to having, but it basically, you know, something that I need to have anytime I go to pick up a cargo load. So make sure that whenever you go pick up a cargo load, that you have those two pieces of information, because if not, you're gonna find yourself getting all the way out there and for not be able to get a load, and that's like a waste of fuel, waste of money, and some more stuff. So, but yeah, it looks like I'm gonna be here for a while. So sadly enough, I could have waited back at home, which would have basically saved me some drive time, saved me some time on the clock period, to the point where it's like I'm losing time sitting here, but I should still be able to get to my destination in time before my time runs out. But like I said, everything is a learning process. So once I get a hang of everything, like I said, I'm sure I'll be okay. But until then, folks, though, I believe this is going to be the end of this video. Damn. But anyway, it's going to be the end of this video. But yeah, keep trucking, ladies and gents, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. All right.